bears out here. Hello, traders. Welcome to the Friday evening stream. Just here for a few to just do a damage assessment of the pullback we saw on Bitcoin, where we got as low as $65,558, but somewhat of a nice little rally since then. In power hour for the stock market got as high as $70,600 plus. So that was a $5,000 plus swing from the low to high. So we were looking at yesterday the level of 69K. They tried to back test it again in a engulfing candle. We got bamboozled by Asia, of course. All they do is sell, and lower we went, but where 67,554. That was the, if you had 69K, the old all-time high from November 2021, you had the highest daily candle close that same day, November 2021, at 67,554. So seems like that is where they're attempting to defend, right, the buyers. But then also you look at that demand line of this channel we are confined within, and you can see just some pretty nice touches there. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 on this recent candle. So pretty nice right there. You know, if this is an uptrend, wouldn't this be considered oversold? The top would be overbought. We will see. We will see. It's a big deal here. 67.5 to 69K. You definitely want to see buyers defend that, as they have really only in history regarded as resistance, support, and hopefully support again. That's it, man. That's the stream. That is the stream. Most of the altcoins got absolutely murdered outside of Solana and Avalanche. And it seems like BNB has made a good comeback, as well as FTM. Everything else get wrecked really bad on some. But that is just the nature of crypto. When Bitcoin pulls back, has a bad day, altcoins feel it 3 times as bad, almost literally, sometimes more. So we can look at Ethereum. That's down 3.59% after hitting that overhead resistance from 2021, 4,030, the 78% retrace. Look what they've attempted to do, my friends. 3520, 3580, the old inflection zone, an overhead resistance back from April of 2022. They are now, for the first time, formally trying to defend that. At least there were some scalpers, some bids there to push the price up off of that level. So that's it, bouncing between one overhead resistance and old one. It was resistance, now old resistance is support. Okay, that's where we are. Number can't go up literally every day forever, even though it was almost doing that. So, I mean, today was just kind of like...
Worry too much. Everything is beautiful. There's nothing to worry about.
Correct. So, 6 minutes until the highest daily candle close since December 27th, 2021, and clean breakout. I mean, next target's $198, $200. You're just not there yet, man. Broke the channel like crazy. It's a madman. And just, you think there's some more upside here. Very nice. Not surprising. I guess BNB now. Wow. Chat. This is better than Bitcoin today. Wow. From the low, BNB has recovered 16.18%. Do you hear me? From the lows, 16% rally in just hours. That is phenomenal, and that type of strength right there, okay, that could very well manifest into, you know, easy 670, 691 soon. break 638 like a joke. Hasn't even tested it yet. That is so powerful. And look what's so insane about today. The volume on this 16+% recovery. Highest volume spike on the daily since November 21st, 2023. Wow. And then before that, November 2022. Wow. So big deal. Huge volume, huge recovery. BNB the king, man. Today. Beautiful. And then we must look at XRP. That, yes, of course, somehow just is okay after it ran up and got close to the A point. I mean, it was off, you know, you can see it, but still no technical damage yet, no trend reversals. I mean, making higher lows, still above 59 cents, 58.5 cents. I mean, everything's fine. It's just pulled back. That's it. Get wrecked, XRP. And those are your big cryptos. The big ones, the big market cap ones. So what I think is so spectacular is the resilience of Jonathan today. Jonathan, you doing all right, man?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
But look how the buyers came in at the demand line, recovered it, right? 12-hour chart here. So I think that's incredible. Price still trading above 2.457 trillion, which I think is a huge deal. So look left. It's that overhead resistance from May of 2021. You know, this is kind of, there's not much here besides 2.899 trillion plus. So any day above 2.45 trillion is a wonderful day on total market cap. So the demand line, there's certainly demand. And that is all we have. Pretty cool, man. Man Bun Bobo's sitting there. He's already been liquidated, but he took profit, of course, and he's reinitiating shorts all the time. Double up. What are y'all talking about in the chat? Y'all are freaking out, man. General chat was losing his mind for sure. Earlier. Okay, so we will look at Avalanche because just like BNB, this recovery is incredible, even more powerful, even more impressive. Avalanche has recovered 21.7% from its lows today, working on a bullish engulfing candle, working on its highest daily candle close since May of 2022, and it's just ascending to a point of inflection, $59.60. Above that is blue skies to nearly $80. Very strong Avalanche here. Solana and Avalanche season ongoing. Correct. Did you look at this, bro? That's the way the robot sounds. So the Avalanche show, the BNB show, the Solana show. Today, everything else can kick rocks. A lot of destruction, man. But I was saying that some of these altcoins could lose 30, 40% of their value, and they're still in incredible uptrends long term. So we just look at just pick one. Here's Litecoin going down to $84 after hitting what? Oh, an inflection point? No way. How did that happen? That's the most normal freaking thing you could ever dream of on a chart, an asset doing that. It's resistance. It's been here for years, 105 to 110, and just is now testing $84, which is also another very real level. The price go up and down in between inflection points. But is anything broken on Litecoin? Nope. How's GRT doing? GRT hits a resistance. Jesus, Shams, the daily candle is closed. with a confirmed defense of 67,554, a daily candle close above 69,000 on Bitcoin. That is actually good. Daily, here you go. You see it? Like where, I mean, at the, so what happened? It was from the low to the close, a nearly $4,000, 6% rally off that bottom. Wow. Buy the dip, man, you know, type of situation. For some, I guess, they certainly did buy the dip for now. But it was the lowest daily candle close confirmed since March 10th. Lowest close in 4 or 5 days. Oh my God, it's all over for Bitcoin, dude. But remember, just any day above the November of 2021 previous all-time high is a good freaking day. There it is. You see it? We're above it. And then if you go to the weekly, who even cares? I don't feel anything at all. Would you slap yourself in the face? Do you feel that on the weekly? No, I don't feel it, man. I'm numb. Number go up, number go down. the move, man. Like, wow. Like from the high to the low, Bitcoin has swung. Wow. 11+%. $8,250 this week from the high to low. And then off the low again, a nearly $4,000 recovery. It's just crazy. I mean, like, who's out there like trading this day in, day out? What are you doing, man? You must be on meth or something. That's crazy to try to be like messing with those swings. It's getting really volatile. So you just got to wonder, will we have a weekly candle close? Another all-time high weekly candle close? Nice little party we got going on, man. It's good. Keeping it going on Friday. I don't know. I had some fun last night. I'm dragging today, but it seems like there's more parties tonight, man. Okay, so that's the Bitcoin, and then you know, we could just kind of look at the more altcoins that you know, they were doing things, but like, look, I mean, it sucks. A bearish golden candle on DOT, but 1060 by the grace of God is still being defended, right? I mean, not intraday, but by the time the daily closed, the price recovered above that level. So this is certainly not an area to be taking amazing fresh longs, right? It's an extended run, but nevertheless, technically, that's pretty cool. It's above 1040, 1060 for now, till that changes. Well, so, ow, that hurts, but all right. What happened to Uniswap, man? Uniswap, well, they were trying to defend it. Then Bitcoin rugs a little bit. And they pretty much closed right at the level. Right at it, man. But got as low as 1214, 1212. Anytime you see an asset that is run like this nonstop, even if it's back testing levels as support, you just can't expect it to hold and just go to 20 bucks immediately. Pullbacks happen all the time. They're so natural. Pullbacks are amazing because they're the only way we can add to a position or manage our risk appropriately, right? We're looking for dragon patterns and three rising valleys. We're looking for structural developments on the chart. You can't get those without pullbacks and corrections. So Uniswap didn't have much of a pullback or correction. It still really hasn't. Okay, what about CRV? Oh man, CRV 87.7. We know how important that level is, right? It's like unbelievable. It's a wormhole. If we could break that, we would Matthew McConaughey, interstellar wormhole to Matt Damon world, or the one with the waves and how fast time is. Okay, but we couldn't do that yet. You know why? You know why we couldn't do that yet? Because smart people have to take profit on their swing trade. February 12th, entry, 51.68, 51.9 cents. And then 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever, you ran up, you touched it like the Jesus, and that is it. So people took some profit, man. Get over it. Don't freak out. People freaking out about CRV pulling back. You're late. You're like too late. I mean, think about it. Like 51.6 whatever cents. I mean, it's a 70% appreciation in value in a month off that entry. So yeah, a pullback, this thing go to 53 cents at this point, and it's not a big deal. Put it in, give me one more higher low. Give me 3 rising valleys for ultimate pain for FOMO people. That would be cool to pair orange juice futures to Bitcoin. Could we pair orange juice futures to Bitcoin to Trump or something? All the oranges? That would be interesting. I don't know how we would do that on the technology. But yeah, I mean, like, again, back to the whole correction thing, right? If it wasn't for this 40% pullback on Filecoin, we never would have been able to post the Filecoin trade setup. You have to have corrections if you ever want to go long on an asset again, because you can't identify a confirmation low at a key ice line with an edge on the oscillators if this doesn't happen. Dragon season, January 28th, right? When the supply lines were starting to break, the spines of the dragons across the market. That is like potentially, when you're identifying dragons, you're potentially identifying the conclusion of a correction in an otherwise bullish uptrend. So up here, no correction. Like, it may just fly to 1683 at some point, but you can't use the framework that's taught here and other places to manage your risk appropriately because it's so extended. It's run. Remember, this area here was like the exit, the third target of the trade setup down here. Like, when it concludes, it's like, yeah, you let it ride, whatever, but then you end up like continuing to let it ride, and then these things happen. So I think this is such a bullish trend. I do think eventually Filecoin's gonna see $16+ $17, but you just don't know when. Increased probability of up soon here, and then up here, flipping coins, dude. We're just at the slot machine. All right, don't know what, it could happen tomorrow, man. We just get a Jesus candle. All right, go to the slot machines, dude. Pull that freaking slot, and then maybe you'll hit the jackpot. Go put it all on black on the roulette table. We'll see what happens. Zimpal, I say this from the deepest depths of my heart. Get wrecked, dude. Thank you. We look at Tezos, whatever, same thing. I mean, my God, got to 158. And then Bitcoin, and then altcoins going to react crazy. 145, they just couldn't break through it. You know, in another life, maybe I'd have been maybe putting that as a target of the weekly trade setup at 145, but I still think 170 is the target on the weekly. So they'll pull this thing back. What if it goes to 120, 110? It doesn't matter. It'll be a higher low than previous low. It'll run again, eventually head to 170, 185. So, I mean, this is these, like up here, there, you can never expect anything because we don't act like we know where anything's going. But when assets are long extended on their waves up, pullbacks like this happen, and then they just, maybe they up, down, okay, This is why, like, when you take a position, you have a position, you have an entry, a stop loss, and profit taking level set up. You do not worry about the day-to-day of an asset, what it's doing, especially in crypto.
CVNA? What is that candle a few days ago called? Abandoned baby? Lower prices inbound? Just looking for education. Much love.
Divergent Path, thank you for the $20 super chat. Like that super chat. Thank you, dude. Like it, love it. We can look at Carvana. Sure. But yeah, these moves are very, very common. I mean, you had one just like this on the 5th. It was even more insane. That's why sometimes you look at the weekly, I can't even feel anything. I'm numb to the movement because the entry was down here. The stop loss was below this level. It never got triggered and it's just been running. Is it time to give up now on Tezos? No. Gotta wait. Stick to the plan, man. The plan. Where is the plan? The plan, man. Here's the plan. You got to stick with it, man. It's not faith or anything. It's just conviction on what you did with this publication. Like when I made this publication. Publishables or whatever, right? Key level from history. They defended it on the second valley. I love the lower low. That was a strike. I mean, that's like, okay, they're above it. They're back testing. The ice line has support again and the stop loss just below it. And of course, the price never fell to hit that level. And it's just, you're just not there yet. You're so close. You can taste it. Just like ETC, you could taste 40. But we just didn't quite get there. My God. And there's just so much more upside too. Yeah, patience is the only way.
$10 from Zimpao. Everybody always said remember to pay yourself. Now I invest in myself. Thanks, Mitch.
Zimpao, thank you so much for the TN super chat. Thank you so much for investing in yourself and for getting wrecked earlier. Thank you, dude. Hopefully the YouTube situationship has resolved. I don't know. Dude, have you tried F5ing? Start, stop. Thank you. Let's just look at XLM. That, I mean, I understand. Like, look what it did this week. It's gone up to its highest level since July last year. Indecision. You know, it's still great. It's like higher lows more than before. If one's patient enough and Bitcoin doesn't collapse to zero, I mean, they'll probably retest 17 cents. They'll probably break it. You'll probably have a clean run eventually all the way up to something like 28, 30 cents. Look where it's all happening. All this stuff is happening at low to high up there. 88+% retraces. 3 rising valleys happening at a swing low from 2019. You just wait, man. You just wait on some stuff like XLM, Tezos. I would say Uniswap, but it already has blown up in a positive way. I mean, like things like these, you'll see ZRX type situations. Bitcoin Cashes, Shibas, Doges on assets that look like this, given enough time. And I mean, you just think about, relatively speaking, Fibonacci. Just think about, 24 cents is the shallowest, biggest joke of a retrace. 24 cents from where XLM is right now. Let's just go make a 236. 76% upside. Okay, so it looks like it's set up for that eventually. Just don't know when. So you just have to hold these things. The great news is we're not in a situation like this where we just went through this face-melting, ungodly run that lasted for 760 days. And now we have to stare at classic distribution going on. And, it looks like it's going to collapse soon. We don't have to deal with that. So I'd rather be in this situation than the other. Because a lot of times what happens, right? Like, oh, wow, there's interesting developments on XLM in October 2020. And then these things happen. It's like, wow, there's no opportunity at all. We can't do anything. Like, this is psycho. This is crazy. Mania. And then the bubble pops. And then, oh, God, how long we have to deal with the bear market. And then the accumulation, reaccumulation. So I do want to, I mean, like, so crypto got wrecked. Oh no. But if we look at the weekly, it's really not a big deal. Right? It's not a big deal. Look at Atom. Just up here, almost nothing happened. Hit a 236 high to low. You know, XLM can't hit a 236. Isn't it crazy that Atom has just hit a 236 again? And then like XLM would need to appreciate in value 76% for a 236. It's crazy. So anyway, these things looking good. They're fine. That right there was the best you could have dreamed of. The spring, back test of spring. And now you wait for $16, $17. They break that. Big moves. What, $20 to $30? Yeah, let's look at like Shiba. And oh my God, look at the weekly. It's kind of crazy. Like the levels that were old resistance to a degree are flipping to support. The Doge, they just could never break it. You could thank Bitcoin for that. Yeah, I know, man. Like, we know how real the level is, and we don't act like we know when it's going to break, if it will ever break. But we know the consequences of a true bullish breakout of 17.87 cents is 34 cents. So we're still waiting on Doge, the buyers, to man up and figure it out. There is certainly supply at a level where it would make all the sense of the world for there to be supply. So it's going to it might take a while for buyers to absorb all of that. And they've been trying. But again, when you have a macro sell-off like you saw yesterday, okay, bearish engulfing candle, lowest daily candle close since March 8th. Not a big deal. Yeah, that's it. So then KNC here. Oh, nasty tweezer top, bearish engulfing candle. But look, I mean, all they did was back test the top of the trading range as support now, and it's just, that's it. Blip on the radar, really. Look, the old all-time high from March 2020 flipped to support yesterday. Not a big deal. Remember, the promised land on KNC is above 121. That is a $2 target up there. So yeah, just think about it. Oh no, what happens if this happens? FOMOing scrubs lose their life savings and rage quit the market. But it could be a wonderful opportunity to add to a position, to identify a potential trade setup. Opportunity. That's what that would be. There is no opportunity now. You had your chance. When like literally when this pattern developed, it was identified, you were pinged on it, live streaming it every day. And now it's run stupid amounts and there's just nothing to do here. Oh, new link. Join the Discord, or be destroyed. Thanks, dude. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull some teeth here. Gonna do a root canal and look at big time. And those that would be demoralized, that would give up, I understand. I still own some big time, man. I haven't touched it. Yeah, it was nice being up so much, so fast, and then non-stop asks. But looking at the chart, technically nothing's wrong. Like, it sucks that they couldn't defend 50 cents, 51 cents, but all right. Yeah, it's rough, but like nothing's invalid yet. You have a trading plan, you stick with it. I'm sticking with it. See what happens, right? They don't all play out. This one hasn't failed yet, but it certainly hasn't played out. So the verdict's still out. Whew. Yeah, I mean, like someone could enter here, sure. But like fear is heavy, fear is high. People don't want to long assets that are like getting wrecked like this day in, day out. Exactly. Matic that just could never see the trade setup third target. I mean, the alert is that literally like 129.69, but that's okay, man. Like, it's just a red candle. You'll get green candles, man.
Eagles getting Saquon, sheesh. Can you break down INV/Tether on Gatio?
Howie Roseman, thank you for the $20 contribution. We can certainly look at INV.
$19.99 from Charcuterie Papi. Happy Friday, Mitch. Can you explain the fibs on $ICX? Whether on the daily or weekly. Also, join the Citadel.
Charcuterie, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. We will look at Icon, the South Korean S coin. Thank you, dude. Yes. For the advocacy for the Citadel. Yeah. Thank you, dude. So yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at some of these altcoins here, and I have to it's like an obligation because you got to see it, all right, for yourself. If you actually genuinely look, man, it's Friday night. Not many people are going to be here. I don't even have to look at the viewer count to know how low it is. But I'm just showing you like something that's kind of been a thing. It's continuing to play out, and it's like individual oil stocks like ConocoPhillips here, like ascending triangle behavior, reaccumulation. Look at they spring back test the spring of the demand line and starting to run in highest daily candle close on ConocoPhillips since November. So 2024 highs today. Headed towards 124.09 again. Looking really good. 1, 2, 3 maybe. OIS is interesting. Yeah, you got the Gartley. Never quite hit that pattern completion zone, but I'll show you something on the weekly that's interesting about OIS. So pretty much like this level from, dude, it is the level 2001, 2002. And how many countless times here. Pretty much tested. Look at the volume. The volume that came in this week. Highest weekly volume on OIS since April of 2013. We're talking 11-year highs on volume. Pretty much at or near the pattern completion zone. If it's not the 786, it's the 1414 here. It's just interesting what's going on. A low, then a higher low. Look at this low here. There's never been a low that's been lower than that. These are all higher lows than this low. So somebody out there has bought, and they bought on volume, and that oftentimes reverses things. And now we got this here. Just pay attention to OIS. Look at freaking Hess here is crazy. Let me show you. It's nuts. Bitcoin 70,000 for just seconds right there. What is going on, man? This stupid uptrend. An uptrend for the ages that started with a freaking Gartley bat right here at a key ice line, only higher highs, higher lows, and then you got this asset that is somehow trading back above the 200 simple moving average near the bottom of the channel. If not broken, it's broken down out of it, but either way, this just like a dragon with like a bonus third valley here. You got to be optimistic for higher prices on Hess soon. Was it PXD? Yeah, I mean, it's like above 233. I think this is good, man. You got like, look at these higher lows coming in. These two lows higher than this low and starting to run 259. You break that 270. It's looking good. Occidental, it's the dragon. Remember down here, 57, trade setup worthy situation. And, just had its highest daily candle close since November. So the highest close and price of 2024 on Occidental Petroleum. Like, I'm thinking this is some sort of mega-sized reaccumulation pattern, like Wyckoff. And so, $67.60, $73 targets up there. And then there's one in another universe, and it's called Marathon Petroleum. And this channel was so ungodly tested, but they finally broke it. And look what's happening. This price discovery melt up. Wow. Something about BPay looks good. Wow, dude, just wow, 1 and 2. But then, like, look at the momentum shift. Like, it's a dragon pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern, broke the neckline, highest daily candle close since October. So 2024 highs again on something like this. I mean, that is a big deal. This level is so freaking real, man. They're one time, no second. They've confirmed it. It's so good. The trend is good too. More upside. BP. BPay. But then, like, you know, something like Halliburton. Wow, man. Halliburton, dude. Oh, whoops. What the heck? It's the dragon into the momentum shift, into the demand line being tested formally on that right shoulder. It's in closing above the 200 simple moving average. Highest daily candle close of 2024 today. Heading to 41, 42.50, 60, whatever. It just looks good, man. How many freaking dragons? This is the Halliburton dragon, over and over and over again. And it's another one. You're going to be like, nah, this time's different. Okay. And then Bolero, Mother of God. It was up almost 4% today. But remember, the entry of the trade setup was based on the price action that correlated to an old 2018 high. It flipped to support. You know, of course, oh, is that an inverse? It doesn't matter. We don't need to. Sometimes you don't need the patterns. It's price action's important. And this thing has hit one target of the trade setup, 2 targets of the trade setup. The third target of the trade setup is 177, 178 up there. So just running, dude. It's beautiful. So I just wanted to show you all that. Like, remember, don't sleep on oil stocks. Let's get to these requests, and then I'm going to get out of here, okay? So, Friday night, man. Shouldn't even be here right now. You know it. You know it, dude. All right. Carvana. Old Carvana. What were you saying? The old cup with handle. It was an unironic cup with handle, if you could even believe it. Yeah. And it was certainly identified before earnings, and earnings made the pattern play out this time. But the question was, what's the candle from a few days ago called? Abandoned Baby? Yeah, I mean, it's a evening star, abandoned baby, kind of. Abandoned babies, you know, when they're clean, when the first candle and the third candle are pretty symmetrical, like where the gap is proportionate on both sides. This is a little whacked out, but either way, you can call it abandoned baby. You could definitely call it like an evening doji star almost. But still, I mean, this right here, that volume and what's happened, it looks like it very well could be a breakaway gap. A breakaway gap is where this gap won't be filling anytime soon, because so much money came into the asset on earnings, the catalyst. It was the highest volume spike you had seen since July 2023, when that level was resistance reversed. So, but yeah, so it's something like that. But beautiful. I think 108.09. They keep this thing. Look, I mean, that was bottom, man. The bottom. Remember the low, the double bottom at the ice line from history. This is in an uptrend now. This is no longer in a bear trend. This is a bull trend on Carvana from the bottom. Higher highs, higher lows for a long time now. Thank you, Divergent Pariah. Thank you, Zimpao. Howie Roseman wants INV. Win invite to Wailing Caverns raid or dungeon. INV. Well, you know, something like this, man. I haven't been here in a while, but it looks like it's bottoming. Certainly. Yeah, looks like a big breakout too incoming. Yeah, this is, you know, we were here a long time ago. There was an M-shaped type 2. It ran up but underperformed miserably, right? It was collapse again. Just wasn't ready. It wasn't time. So harmonic dud. But what I love so much about this asset is the lows, the lowest low, then a higher low. Wait, what? Thought we only made lower lows. No, a higher low, more than before. A rally, a higher high than the previous local high, then a sell-off, then all of a sudden a higher low than previous low. Well, we have 3 valleys. 3 valleys, remember? But then the third valley is testing this level here. So you had time to decide if you wanted to take action with the entry stop loss down here around 32 bucks, and it's run up. And now if they can break this level, which there's going to be so many scam wicks, dude, because it's 700, what is it? 11,000 volume, 600,000 volume. I don't even know, man. These things are so unreliable. Yeah, like 30-day volume, 11,000. I mean, so scammy and illiquid. But I'll tell you this, if they truly do break 50 bucks, if they break the $50 mark and it's real, it's genuine, it's not fake and scammy, then you have a pretty freaking easy target for 80, let's just say $80. Candle high close there, reversal point from 2022, candle low close. That's it. Like, that's your target. That's the way I would target. If you were in on this from 30 something, you're just waiting for a mega breakout, and your profit taking level would be 80 bucks, okay? On INV. Yeah, it has not played out yet. And someone will be like, so what's the narrative here? It seems like it's good, right? Like, forget the volume for a second. Just treat this like any asset with plenty of volume. What we're identifying is good. So someone else will be like, dude, that's an inverse head and shoulders. Does it really matter if you say inverse head and shoulders? It's the same exact narrative. The neckline of the inverse head and shoulders is $50, $53. They break it. 100% measure move would be what? Probably TA Tetris, dude. Of course it is. Look, it's TA Tetris. So it doesn't, I mean, like, the good news is, like, when you do have it, like, okay, someone else, like South Koreans and people in Russia, okay, they're all identifying it this way. When I'm just looking at price action correlating to ice lines and stuff, it doesn't matter. Like, it's good. It's good. Like, more people participating in the market would see this, and possibly their bots would be programmed to bid, max bid. So it's good. It looks, I mean, besides the volume being terrible, it's all right. It's not bad. And it hasn't blown up and is high risk or anything. It's down here on breakout watch. Have your alerts set up maybe above $50, $54, you know, because if you hear the beep, you're hearing a breakout on INV. All right, ICX for charcuterie connect. ICX, remember, if you're above 29.5 cents, your target, you're waiting for 47, 48 cents, and it's that easy. If you were blessed enough to receive a pullback to 28 cents for a back test, one could manage their risk pretty easy, right? I don't think, I mean, you know, like, look, swing high, swing low, swing low, swing low, swing high, candle high close, you know that's the level. So if, like, you were ever able to get some sort of back test, and then if Jesus entered the chart, you got a confirmation low, it would be one of the most incredible trade setups you could ever dream of. Confirmation, what was once resistance, support a million times, flips to support again locally. Easy target there, and then probably they break that. Forget about it, man. Probably $1, $2 after that. So it's not quite like at the best. I mean, it's like broken out, you know. The higher low, the trend has reversed. Higher highs, higher lows. You're in an uptrend, but you give me a back test at 30 cents. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose it, you know. Could be so good for trades. I would post trade set if that happened, but you may never get that because they've already shown their hand. There's already more than before multiple times now. Charcuterie, thank you, dude. Okay. Well, that's all you get from me today on a Friday evening. Put in the work. I have certainly gone live 7 days in a row plus. I don't even know. So, and then done 3 a.m., 5 a.m. streams, literally 11 a.m. streams, whatever, all over. So I put in the work this week. So I hope you appreciate that and know, like, hey, man, I got a life too. So I'm going to get out of here. So thank you all for watching. I'll be back till next time. Respect the TA.